back to the channel. Today I want to talk a little bit about some stuff that I've been seeing on the internet and on social media and things like that. And it is, whenever I see that a Mustang owner takes their car and makes it pretty quick, you always have the few people that want to come in and say, X car can do that from the factory without being modified, or you had to modify your car to beat X car that came out from the factory and can run this with a warranty. And although that is true, Ford has dropped the ball in a sense, as they have left us to fend for ourselves. And what I mean by that, they have given us cars that are capable of making the horsepower, but they have yet to put a supercharger on it as far as the newer cars, and giving us something to compete with the cars of today. But what they did do is they did give us a great platform for us to build off of. And that is the topic of my discussion today. And that is built or bought. Is it better to buy a car that is fast, say, such as a Demon, that can run low 10s, high 9s? Is it better to buy that car? Or is it better to take a car like the Mustang that has a great platform to build off of and to build it and to be as quick as that car or faster? Now, why I chose the latter of building the car instead of buying the car, I did it for a reason, and that is that I love Mustangs. I'm a huge Mustang enthusiast. Do I love other cars? Yes. I love the Vets, I love the Camaros, I love the Challengers, but not as much as I like the Mustangs. And that's just the way it is. The other cars are great cars. There's nothing wrong with them. It's just I prefer Mustang, and I have for many years now. And I'm not one of those guys that have owned nothing but Mustangs. I've owned Camaros, I've owned a Vet, I've owned other cars besides Mustangs, and Mustangs just do it for me. It's what I like. So, and that's why I choose to buy a car that has a great platform to start off of and to build it up into the car that I want. So, is it better to buy a car that comes with a warranty and runs what you want it to over building? And I will say this, it is if you do not plan on modifying the car ever, so you maintain the factory warranty. Because let's face it, the cars that run better than me, with me, or better than me out of the factory cost a lot more than what I have in this car. So for me to justify spending the money on a car because it runs X time and that's the only reason I'm buying it, that car better perform, better do what I want it to, and I never want to have to do anything to that car. Woo! Golly! Whew. Gotta love the drive pack. Let me tell you. Woo! Every time I do that, guys, I get that adrenaline rush and and that's where, you know, you got to love the car. And that's the thing about it. You know, I could buy one off the showroom floor, and if it does that or better, I'm happy with it. I'm ecstatic with it. But when I put my hands on it and I wrench on it and then I make it this, that is what I really, really enjoy. And that feeling of getting thrown back and just pushed back and held, oh man, you know, it's a side. Guys, you've got to enjoy the car as much as I just enjoyed this car by doing that little hit, that little brief hit. Let me tell you, it gets up and moves. It picks up speed like that. So that's the only thing about a quick car like this on the street. You can't stay in it very long. You know, that's the thing. You know, we talk about sometimes. You can get into. I don't want to branch off topic too much, guys. But you know, that's the thing about it. You can take a 400 horsepower car and put it on the street and have a lot of fun in it, especially if it's manual. Have a lot of fun in it because you can bang them gears and you can run it out before you get to excessive speeds. A car like this, or a Hellcat, or a Demon, or a Z06, or a ZR1, you cannot stay in it that long without going excessive speeding, and you don't want to get caught doing that anyway. It's not very fun. you know, the reason I have a Mustang is that I enjoy Mustangs. The reason I run this car with full weight is because this is the weight of the car. You know, yes, I am going to start lightening up the car. I'm going to I've pulled the seats out once before and ran at the track. But I am going to pull the seats out one day, and we are going to see all out everything what this car can do. I'll pull the sub out of the back. I'll pull the back seats out. I'll pull the passenger seat out, and we'll see what the car can do. And guys, I'm also going to do a few tests with, I'm going to pull the skinnies off the front and run with just the wheels on the back and see what time difference we get there. How much difference does lighter wheels and skinnies on the front make at the track. I'm going to do all these comparison tests just to try to say, okay, if you don't want to run skinnies and a full drag pack, you just want to run the rear wheels with something to make you hook, you know, what are you looking at? And these are things I want to do, guys. These are tests I want to do, not only for you guys, but for me to actually see exactly what, because I get a lot of comments where you got a drag pack on that car, put street wheels on it. Okay, you know, although I'm not gonna, you know, I'm not gonna take the money and spend on a radial to put on my street wheel, but I think it's close enough when you put the street wheels on the front to get a good comparison of everything. So guys, tell me what you think in the comments. Do you think that a $100,000 car that can run low 10s, high 9s, or whatever the cost may be for the car, or is that worth it, or buying a car that has the platform to do what you want it to do and putting a supercharger on it, a turbo on it, whatever you know you may want to do to the car? You know, what do you guys think? You know, like I said, for me, right now the Mustang does not have the 500 out, so like I said, the Mustang owners have been left to fend for ourselves, and we have taken these cars and we have run great times with them by modifying them. So this car, for example, it's just a 2.3 Roush supercharger phase 2 kit with a VMP heat exchanger and a custom tune, and it runs 690s in the 8th and runs high 10s in the quarter. And like I said, guys, it's not a whole lot done to it. If you look at it, supercharger kit and exhaust, not a lot of money there. Plus, where the car sits right now, I am a fuel system E85 and a pulley away from running some great times and with some serious horsepower. So right now I'm sitting at 678 to the wheel, and you know, the car does extremely well for what it does. Every time I put my foot down, you know, it's all smiles. I don't have any regrets for anything, and I love the car. But guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't, and like I said, drop a comment below and tell me what you think. But guys, we'll see you next time.